What is up, guys? Flippin' Steve back with another video at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, it's 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time where I'm at. I had a package come in the mail today, and for those of you who have been following the channel recently, you guys know that I've really been getting into the Marvel cards, whether it's from collecting, whether I think they have potential and have good flip opportunity. For one reason or the other, I've really gravitated towards the Marvel card market. A lot of the cards are really cool looking. They're really neat. I'm still doing the thing with sports, music, rock and roll, movie stars, pop culture, all that stuff. I still do it. Marvel cards is just something else that I'm expanding into and trying to learn. And in fact, I bought my first collection. Not only my first Marvel card collection, but my first collection that I've ever bought. I've never bought a big lot of cards. I've bought maybe 10 cards, 5 cards at a time, but never something along the lines of what I just purchased. And it came in the mail today. I was at work. I came home from work. I really wanted to get into it, and I was super tired, man. Work beat me up. I went to sleep. Now I'm awake at 3 a.m. to shoot this video and to, go through the cards that actually came in this collection. So real quick, let's talk about my thoughts going into this buying process and the deal a little bit, what I'm hoping to get out of it. The deal was made with another YouTube content creator named Cards and Comics. If you haven't heard of him, if you don't follow him, go over and check him out. In fact, the way that I discovered these cards was on one of his YouTube videos where he was showing these cards, and he stated in the YouTube video that he may have some interest in selling them. I reached out to him. We made a deal. Now, the way the deal worked, we were negotiating over email, so it seemed like it took a while. It took a couple days to get it done. But I feel like he was in at a good entry level to where he could sell to me and be happy with what he got, and also left me room to possibly make some money here based on how I want to handle the situation with some of these cards. And I'll get into it individually. I'm not going to get into full disclosure of the terms of the deal, how much cash was exchanged or anything, because if he wants to talk about that, that's fine. But he sold the cards to me, and it's not oh, you got a great deal. This person sold them too cheap. You paid too much. None of that needs to be involved. He was happy. I was happy. And that's all that matters. So going into this, I'm going to recommend don't do what I did. Okay. And I'm fine with what I have. There's nothing wrong with the cards. I've looked at them, but I didn't look at any pictures. He sent me a spreadsheet of everything that was in the collection. I did watch his video and saw the cards on camera. However, I didn't get any up-close inspection or photos of the condition of the cards. However, I trusted that all the cards were in good condition, and I'm glad that I trusted my instincts because the cards all look really well, really good. Second of all, going into this, I was like, can I make most of my money back on a few items? Because there's a total of 80 plus cards here probably. Now, one of them is a 49 card set. So maybe I can move the whole set at once. And I'll talk about that when I get to that set. But all these cards are raw. And to me, I believe that was a bonus because that gives me, I'm able to buy at a raw card price, and it gives me the upside of a raw to graded flip potential. And my thought process was, is there maybe 5 cards in here that if they grade out well, can get me back my initial investment, and then everything else on top, whether it's $20 here, $30 there, is all profit. And, after looking at these cards, I think that's it. And that was my mindset going in. Can I get most of my initial investment back on 4 or 5 items? And then I have a bunch of items to sell off that I can sell at a good price because it's all profit on top. People will buy them because I can offer them at a good price. And yeah, it's just, even if I make $20 to $30 profit per card, in the end, with the bulk lot and getting a good price for buying in bulk, it would work out for me. The other thing was he was well organized, and on his spreadsheet, he had listed like the last comp and basically what he was expecting to get for the card if he was to sell it on an individual basis. For example, I just have a card sitting in front of me. This is a 2018 Cyclops bronze precious metal gem that's part of the set. He had each individual card listed and, kind of a last comp and around what he was expecting to sell each card for. And he was priced very fairly as opposed to comps. And he was even, coming off of comps a little bit. However, when I talked to him, I was like, in order for me to sell and I was full transparent. I was like, I'm looking to buy these to resell them. I'm not looking to buy these to collect them. I'm looking to buy these to resell them. So I'm going to need some cushion. I'm going to need some cushion on your asking price, or it just doesn't make sense for me from a business standpoint. He fully agreed. He understood my intentions. And again, I think at the price point that he was in at on the cards, it allowed him to really have some wiggle room when it came to selling to me. And again, like, he was fairly priced to begin with. And the more and more that I bought, the more and more of a discount that I got. So in the end, I got a really good price. I'm happy with the cards. And there is some of these that I want to send into grade. I look to sell a lot of these in person at Atlanta, so it gives me some inventory to be maybe one of the few people that has Marvel cards there. I hear in Dallas, the show that is going on this weekend as I do this video, that Marvel cards are pretty popular. There's just not a lot of people selling them, and people are looking for them. So again, I feel good to have these cards in my inventory headed to Atlanta. So now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to stop blabbing. I'm going to turn the camera around, show you guys these cards, and maybe give you my my thoughts or my plans on some of the individual items here. There are some really nice items. There's some lower end stuff, characters you may not have ever heard of, but then again, you sell them off cheap once I reach my investment point. Anything else after that, I can sell for whatever I want to sell it for, whether it's low, whether it's high, because I no longer have any risk. I'm no longer tied into it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and flip it around and take a look at some cards. Got the collection right here on the table. I'm going to cut it open. You see I got plenty of mags ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here, sort some of this stuff out, get it magged up, and actually show you what I got here in this collection. We'll go ahead and get it opened up. You see it's packed well in a large box. Lots of bubble wrap. Got some peanuts. And there's going to be the box with the collection in. Like I said, like 30 singles in a set. And the set is 49 cards, I believe. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Like I said, again, packaged really well. Everything is in here nice and neat and organized. So it's really not even going to take me a long time to pull through this. Let me see what we got right here off the bat. A Juggernaut 2018 Precious Metal Gem. I'm going to pull out one more card before I go through these. This one's kind of sticking up a little bit. Another 2018 Precious Metal Gem of Blink. Now again, this is what the complete set is going to be. I know the complete set is a 2018 Precious Metal Gem set. A lot of this stuff was consigned to ComC at one time, or at least sent to ComC, and he withdrew it back off ComC and then sold it to me. I was the buyer, so let's go ahead. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. Well, we'll take a look at all of them, but we're going to really breeze through some of these, especially over these here on the left. What you're going to see is a 2018 complete set of Precious Metal Gems bronze. They're going to be numbered out of 199, I believe, so I'm not going to show the back of each individual one. Numbered out of 199. It's a complete set of 50, however, one is missing, and that is the X23. The X23 is one of the bigger cards in the set. However, you can go out and pick that up if you wanted to complete the set. But there's 49 of these. He had them priced at $800 before bulk discount. So I'm looking at $800, 49 cards. I'm looking at about $16.30 per precious metal gem. So even if I can go out and sell these between $20 to $25, I can get back $1,000 to $1,200. If I can average $25 per sale on these, I'm going to get back like $1,200. So I'm looking at possibly profiting $400 on just this set, and that's if I was to average $25 each. Some of these in here actually can reach up to the $60 to $100 mark because there are some popular characters. We'll go ahead and breeze through some of them really quick. And so Onslaught. Again, a lot of these aren't the popular ones. You know, I could probably list these. And I didn't take the tape off all these either. Blindfold is gaining some popularity. That one could, you know, probably do a little bit for me. Deathlock Prime. But there are a couple of Juggernaut's a popular one that's in here. Again, he's one that, you know, can pull up the value average. Cyclops, again, easily over 25 bucks. Iceman, another popular one. Archangel, you're getting into some of the key X-Men. Again, this is from an X-Men set. Beast. So all the, you know, key X-Men are in here except for Wolverine, but we'll get into that. Phoenix. Magneto, another popular one. The Blob, that actually might be his first PMG. Sentinels might be their first PMG. They're also popular. So again, I believe I can easily average $25 per precious metal gem. Just because it's a precious metal gem in today's market, I throw a $25 price tag on it. I just believe it'll sell. Banshee, Storm, especially some of these key names. Magic. This is a nice $60 to $70 one by itself. Colossus, and I haven't comped these individually. Psylocke, super popular. Sabretooth, again. Mystique. There are some big names in here, actually. More big names than I actually realized. So again, this is a pleasant surprise. North Star. Emma Frost / White Queen. Kitty Pryde. You know, once an X-Men movie comes out, and, you know, I may not rush to sell this set. Once an X-Men movie comes out and some of these characters get some notoriety. Rogue, again, a favorite. Yeah, but once an X-Men movie comes out and you see some more of these characters. And these are good entry-level PMGs. You know, the bronze set, not only the bronze set, but the other years, you know, after 13, 15, and 17, people looking to get into the PMG market, this is a good entry-level set. Cable. Mr. Sinister, this is a great one here. I wish I wish I'd have taken the tape off. But Mr. Sinister, super popular villain. His first PMG, and that's a good one there. This one may be $100 by itself. Jubilee, Alchemy, Bishop, another good one. Man, if he pops off with the X-Men, this one would be good. This is his first PMG. And Domino. Domino actually has a PMG going all the way back to 2013. And of course, she's gaining popularity, you know, from the Deadpool movies and things like that. So now that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the meaty part of the collection, the items that really caught my eyes. This is a stack of PMGs here. This is a stack of PMGs here. I got a stack of Jambalayas, a small stack. And these are all 2017. So there's no 2013 or 2015 big bangers in here. But there's some good popular ones from 2017, which is becoming an iconic set because it was a Spider-Man set. And a lot of people are really starting to like that 2017 Spider-Man set. One more bronze PMG from the 2018 X-Men that I forgot to show. This is an Old Man Logan. Now, this is not numbered, and the reason being is that this was an achievement card. The only way to obtain this, I believe, was an online e-pack achievement where you had to collect the entire set, the entire bronze precious metal gem set in order to acquire this. And when I looked at this, I felt like this was one of the cards that could really help me get back a chunk of my investment. This card is very sought after in the Marvel card collecting market. Maybe not amongst the sports card people that are trickling into the Marvel card market because they just don't know the significance of this card. There was no Wolverine in that set. Like I said, this was the version of Wolverine that you would get out of that set. And it was only acquired through an achievement. Definitely not 199 out of these out there, even though it's not serial numbered. And the Marvel card collectors know that. When I looked at this, he had it priced on his spreadsheet at around $600, right at $600. And the last PSA 7 of this in October, and that was before the precious metal gems boom. In October, the last of this sold in a PSA 7 for $1,800. $1,700 or $1,800. I believe it was $1,800. And I even looked up the best offer on that on Sell the Peak as well as 130point.com, and both confirmed the sale. So $1,800 for this in a PSA 7. I think I could ask raw for this probably $1,400 to $1,500 and really get a big piece of my investment back with this. I may get that graded. I may just go with that raw. It wouldn't hurt to get it graded, because if it grades a 7 or higher, I'm still going to do very well on it. Let's go ahead and look at the Jambalayas real quick before we get into the rest of the PMGs. We have a Kingpin here. So this is my second Kingpin. I bought one of these off eBay not too long ago. Got a Mysterio. Not very valuable, only like a $30 card, but a great Spider-Man villain. Same with Kraven. Now, he did have more Jambalayas available. He had Dr. Octopus. He had Lizard. You know, all the Spider-Man villains except for Venom. But I've bought a bunch of these a while back cheap. So I had a lot of them. So I basically picked up the ones I didn't have and an extra Kingpin because his popularity is growing. Doctor Strange, to me, is the GOAT. I picked up this awesome Doctor Strange. This might actually be the one card that I do not sell. This may actually be for myself. Condition looks very good on these. The edges get wear and tear on these Jambalayas. So if you ever find a Jambalaya with a little bit of edge wear, it's just normal. The same with PMGs. They are very sensitive. Another Carnage. I have a Carnage currently in an 8.5. Went ahead and picked up another. And I don't think I'm going to grade any of these Jambalayas. Maybe I'll grade this one. And this was the meaty one of the bunch. The black suit Spider-Man, absolutely epic. Probably the best one from the entire set. And, you know, this was one of the bigger cards in the lot. I paid, you know, he had this one priced at $450. So again, with there not being many comps, it's hard to say whether that was a good deal or not. To me, it just made sense. And I'm happy with this. This is just awesome looking. I don't know if I'll grade it or not, just because I don't know what I'll get back in time to go to Atlanta, because I'm really going to have to like super express anything that I want to definitely have back in time for Atlanta. But there are a couple items that I think make sense to do that with. So this is a whole stack of blue PMGs there. This is a stack of bronze and red mixed. And right out of the gate, we have a Capper bronze. Again, the bronze from 2017, they just pop. All the 2017 precious metal gems just pop. I mean, when you got into the 2018, they had this cool texture and stuff to them, and my light's actually doing this justice. My light makes this one actually pop a little bit, but this refractor action on this one, it's a different kind of shine. This is like an embossed shine, where this is kind of like a matte type finish, I guess. Again, like I said, bronze out of 199. Captain, can never go wrong with Captain. I already have this in an SGC 9, but can never have too many Captain Americas. Here we go, Spider-Gwen. This is another super popular one. I've already had people inquire about this because they knew I was getting it. So I have people wanting this Spider-Gwen already. Multiples. Neo is one of them, but he's not the only one that's inquired about it. And like I said, all this stuff is available, so I'll probably look to move some of this stuff even before I go to Atlanta if I have people who want to cut a deal. This is her first PMG. She's getting super popular. Just look at her comics, you know, starting to go nuts. Anything Spider-Man related, speaking of that, another big one in here, the Miles Morales. Wish this was a different color, but even in the bronze, anybody looking for a Spider-Man PMG at entry level, this is it. Getting into some reds now. A little Mary Jane Watson. We're going to start going a little bit faster. And the reds, real quick, are numbered out of 99. So a little MJ action there. Another Spider-Gwen in a red. Look at that. This is probably one that I'm going to grade. Pretty sure. 90% sure that I'm going to grade this one. Big heavy hitter in here. This was actually the highest individually priced card out of the lot. This was $900 priced before bulk discount, before we started negotiating. And red PMG, Iron Man. And this is clean. I looked over this. This card is clean. This card is getting super expressed to PSA. I want this graded and backed by by Atlanta. I mean, look at this. You don't see PMGs this clean very often. This could possibly pull a 9. These just don't 10. This could possibly pull a 9. An 8, 8 is great when it comes to PMG, but 9 is really fine. And 10s are non-existent. All right, we got a Spider Girl here. Again, anything Spider-Man related. What If series. Actually, I believe she's Peter Parker's daughter. So if they ever do any kind of crossover with that. And then again, Scarlet Spider, I believe, in the Spider-Verse. Another popular one. Looks good with that red on red. So we'll go ahead and push these back. And we got a stack of PMGs here, and I believe these are all blue. These are all going to be numbered out of 49. So we got a little Iron Fist. Again, numbered out of 49. Does have a Netflix series. We'll see what happens if they ever bring him into the Shang-Chi type series or whatever. Could gain some popularity. Vulture, another iconic or old school Spider-Man villain. Electro, who was just in the Spider-Man movie. Jamie Foxx did a good job playing him. Was super funny. Nick Fury action. Doesn't get a lot of appreciation in the cards, but he's a huge character. Samuel L. Jackson plays him in the movies. Luke Cage, again, could cross him in with Daredevil. Don't know. Popular character in the comics, but not in the Marvel comic card world or Marvel card world. Not as popular as he is in the comics. Does have a Netflix series. Again, I think we have 2 here. 2 more Spider-Girls. Talked about her. Red. PMG. Little Green Goblin action. If you didn't know who he was, you know who he was after the last movie. Kingpin, again, we saw him in the Hawkeye series, so definitely going to work. Vincent D'Onofrio in there. Plays a great Kingpin. This is a sweet card. I like this. He's holding the Daredevil cape actually in there. And the last but not least, we have a Spider-Man 2099. This is probably going to get graded as well. I looked over this, and this thing is very crispy. Very good looking card. And that's going to wrap it up, guys. Not going to run any longer. Got some great items here. Some Jambalaya, some bronze, red, blue, PMGs. And again, I'm going to see what I can do. Hopefully I can make some profits. Until next time, guys, maybe I'll see you in Atlanta. Go out there, do your collecting, do your investing, have fun with it. And might pop up on a live drive. All this stuff is going to be available rather tomorrow or next week. I don't know. Hit me up on Instagram, flipping_Steve, if you have any interest. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you guys later.